Hey there everybody, this is Cholera. Welcome to set 3 here of the MSL Group H. This is Pure versus ForGG, and this should be a fun game. ForGG managed to pull off a kind of pimpish, stylish M&M rush against Much in the first game, and Pure playing a very standard game last game, but showing that he certainly knows how to use his arbiters, and he certainly can out-expand a turtling Terran, which is what Firebat Hero was, and all that he was in the last game. There is Pure at the top. This is ForGG at the bottom. You know, ForGG, it's interesting that ForGG does not get as much screen time, perhaps, as his reputation deserves, although I can see that it's understandable. In his last 9 games in the Pro League, he's only won 2 of them. He's 2-7 in his last 9 Pro League games, and he's on a 5-game losing streak. Since winning his last game in the Winners League, or rather in the Pro League. So, you know, this is not looking that great for him in terms of his record, but he should be happy about winning that game in the last in game 1 there against Much. He also got knocked out of the OSL preliminaries, evidently. So that's kind of rough for him. It's been a rough few months for him. The last Star League he was in, he got 3-0'd in the Lost Saga MSL by Stork after getting pretty far. But he got 3-0'd by Stork. But Stork has had a history of beating the crap out of ForGG. I remember doing some casts from last summer of 08 in the World Cyber Games, which you guys should watch, where Stork goes 2 base carriers with proxy carriers on Troy. That was an exciting game. Fun to watch, and I will give it away, obviously, but Stork schools the hell out of ForGG in a very amusing way. Oh my goodness! Look at this! ForGG has decided to go completely crazy here. The second game where he's going to go mass Marines here. This could be another M&M build. I cannot believe this. And map hack skills from ForGG. He's facing it off against a 14 Nexus or 12 Nexus here from Pure. So map hacks from ForGG. He's going double Nex, double racks against a fast expand. I gotta think this could turn out in his favor, or this will turn out in his favor. Man, he is not walling in, though. That's going to be one weakness. I feel like he might have been better trying to seal his front door if he was going for this, because now we're going to have the scouting probe get in. He is going to be able to see what is going on, and he is not going to be particularly happy at this build here that's coming out here. And there is Pure scouting probe. He knows. Oh man, ForGG evidently has been practicing his Marine control against Protoss players. He's seeming to like it. He's trying to revive some kind of tradition that never existed. Not an ancient tradition of M&M. You know, even from the very early days, Terrans figured out that the Academy is something you skip when you're facing against Protoss or Terran. You don't go for the medic Marine builds. Although certain greats in the past have used it successfully. Of course, Boxer has used it before. You know, Nada has used it before, all with very spectacular successes. But they're used as cheese. They're not meant to be standard, and there's many reasons behind this. And perhaps Purist will show us some of them. Although this is going to be hard for him. Oh man, ForGG is going to go all in here. He's brought himself a lot of SCVs to help with this attack. I don't know if Pure has what it takes here. He's going to need some hero skills to pull this one off, but he's gonna, you know, need some Tempest skills is actually what he's gonna need. Tempest did manage to do it. Will Pure be able to? And I do expect a bunker to go up at some point also soon for ForGG. ForGG with a lot of SCVs. Pure's gonna have to pull probes most certainly to try to defend here. The probe does see it. Oh, he's gonna know. He's gonna know this is his moment here. Pure needs to be able to defend against this crazy rush. Looks like he might actually sacrifice his natural expansion entirely, and I think that's might not be the worst idea, because there's no way he can possibly save it. ForGG seems to know this. He's going to go right for the gullet, though, and it looks like, though, range might be done fairly soon. That's a problem for ForGG. If range is done, obviously those Dragoons will outrange all the Marines. Looks like the Marines, though, having a great time here so far. Bunker is almost going to get done. If the bunker gets up, Pure is going to be in a world of pain here. And it looks like, yeah, ForGG continuing to force the units away from the bunker, which is now done, and away from the gateways, which are now going to be under attack, obviously. ForGG in commanding position here, although he is losing Marines here to the Dragoons who are surrounding. One Dragoon goes down finally. That's the first Dragoon casualty, and range is going to be done soon. And this is going to make it that the Marines are unable to walk away from the barracks. ForGG, of course, does not have much of an economy, but he could still end this, obviously, very soon. He is bringing his Marines out yet again, doing a great job using his SCVs to block for him as his Marines pick off probes left and right. Although the Dragoons are doing a good job of finishing off a number of Marines, the Marines still with the upper hand here. ForGG still does not have gas, though, by the way. It's not a medic Marine build. This is just a Marine build. And it looks like he's actually losing a number of those Marines. He needs to be careful. He's going to bring some of them back into the bunker, and that's going to help, but he needs to be very careful here. The Dragoons could take out that bunker still just by overwhelming it, and he needs to get himself a couple of SCVs there, or he shouldn't have lost all of his SCVs. Oh my, this is bad. Yeah, the Dragoons are going to outrange the bunker now. Oh man, I can't believe this. ForGG's rush looks like it's actually failing at this point. Yes, it has failed. Wow. And ForGG is going to be in bad shape now against range upgraded Dragoons, 4 of them to be precise. We saw what Tempest could do with just a couple, although right now Pure is going to get one of them surrounded. He's going to lose one, but this is not going to work out well in the long run for ForGG, to say the least. Man, I felt like perhaps, just perhaps, he got a little too greedy there. Oh, wow, GG. ForGG throws in the towel. He knows it's over once all those Marines die. Yeah, there's no way he's coming back. I don't know. I mean, maybe he was thinking he should just go for the throat. I think maybe he would have been better off, since he had such a build advantage, just killing off the Nexus, going for gas, and trying to win this in a standard game where he has an economic advantage. Although, certainly I can see the temptation to go all in and finish it off quickly. I felt like perhaps had he just gone for a standard Marine push, he could have kept his SCVs, mined gas, and played on longer after taking out that natural expansion. There's no way I could see Pure saving that natural, but we never know what could have been. I think ForGG may have also been a little more too aggressive inside of Pure's base. Maybe he should have focused on those gateways first. I don't know, though, but you know, certainly he was unable to hold back the Dragoons once they got range, which he was definitely not happy to see happen. So Pure manages to save himself despite going 14 Nexus or 12 Nexus against a 2-Rax build. I mean, this is a rare situation for a victory here coming from Pure, but obviously we've seen this before. Cheese seems to be harder and harder to pull off, at least in the super early game Cheese format that ForGG chose, as Tempest showed to Light. Pure now shows to ForGG, and he is the one who advances out of this group. Perhaps a little bit of a surprise for you, considering he was facing off against top players in the forms of ForGG, certainly. But I guess, you know, ForGG, Firebear Hero, and Much are all top players, but all have been kind of on mini slumps recently. So Pure, I'm not completely surprised, manages to come out. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to the losers match, which was played just recently. These games here were played a while ago, on June 20th. The winners game was played just hours earlier. Sorry, the losers game was played just hours earlier. We're moving on to it right now. Stay tuned.